It's great to be here, guys. Thank you for welcoming us to this wonderful city of brotherly love. I've had some good memories here, so it's good to be back. It's good to see your faces, some familiar faces, some new faces. Thank you again for helping us celebrate this crazy show that has lasted a lot longer than anybody anticipated. And we are super glad that it did, because it gives us an opportunity to share the love that we had for it and share it with you, and you get to share it with us. And that's why we do these things. So thank you for being here. Love you guys.
And we have had some people patiently waiting, so let's go to the glasses and the yellow. Norton?
It's a gold panel, Joe. There's only a few people that get that.
I get it.
You have to show up to the gold panel, apparently. That's the...
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Jen, and I have been in aviation for 40 years, and I was wondering, I know you have to fly like weekly almost.
You've been, I'm sorry, what for 40 years?
Aviation.
You've been in aviation for 40 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I was wondering if either of you maybe have like a ritual for flying, or if you're nervous flyers, because I know you have to fly like a lot.
I do.
Let's hear it.
As far back as I can remember, y'all know the thing where you go under yellow light and you kiss your finger, and yeah. So I do that every time I board a plane. Yeah.
It works, right?
It's worked every fucking time. So far, knock on wood.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why you haven't been in a plane crash.
But I will, most of the time people, most of the time, the flight attendants are right there in the galley kind of getting prepped. Most of the time it's just like, hey, welcome on board. But then every now and again, here I am lugging some stuff, and I wait, and I'm waiting for the person, and I do this, and they look at me like, did he just hex our plane? What's up with this dude? In the back, call security. But yeah, every single plane, I just kiss the door, inside of the door.
Yeah.
I will the germs on this finger now. Yeah, that I do.
I lick the plane as I go in.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
No, yeah, it's weird because I'm not an overly superstitious person. But there are a few things that I do that I guess is that when I step onto the plane, I always step with my right foot. I don't know why. I was like, hey, it's
Better than-
don't change it now.
Better than my wrong foot.
Yeah. I do that, and then when we get out onto the runway and when the engines, hit full and we start going, I say a little prayer, and it's the same prayer that I've said for 30 years. So I say that little prayer, wait till we take off, and then I'm usually asleep.
He also flying with him. As the plane starts to take off, he starts moving his arms real fast. Jared, it feels like we're running at an incredible rate of speed.
Try it. Whee!
Do you do anything, Jen?
I don't, because I'm in the aviation, so I know.
She knows that none of that matters. None of it.
That's all bullshit.
It is complete.
If it works for you, then it's valid.
Right,
Fair
exactly.
enough. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Julie. I'm from Billings, Montana. Jensen, you already gave me shit about that. But well, you said, why the hell do you
sounds
live
like
in
me.
Billings, Montana? But anyway, I've been doing Gish for years, and I wanted to know how you guys put up with some of the shit that Misha made you do during Gish seasons.
Good question. I think I, for the most part, avoided it. And I had William Shatner reaching out to me hey, can I get you to do a video? And I'm like, it's Captain Kirk. I probably should. He's like, no, because if I say yes, I had a bunch of people reaching out, and I was like, I better just not do any part of it, but I paid attention. I kept up with it. I thought it was hilarious. He has a funny Gish experience.
Well, I will say one of the reasons why he and I never got involved was he and I are very competitive, and if we were to do some competition like that, it wouldn't be pretty. That being said, I do have, and some of you have heard the story, so bear with me, but Gish was going on. This was years ago. The show was still going. We were filming. We were working late one night. I was driving back to town after I wrapped. It was probably 7:30 or so in the evening, and I had left I'd forgotten my charger somewhere. I'd lost it. I lost my phone charger. I was like, I need to pull over and get a charger on the way home, otherwise I'm not gonna have a phone. So I pulled off into this random little town outside of Vancouver, pulled into a shopping center. There was an electronics store there. And I walked in, they were closed, the stores were starting to close. I made it just in time before they closed. And there was one person sitting behind the counter. And as I walked in, it was this tiny little electronics store. And before I could even say anything, I just looked down and over on next to the shelves of stuff was a couple of boxes, and on that box was a giant piece of like cardboard paper or that kind of thing, and a bunch of Skittles.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like hundreds and hundreds of Skittles in the shape of my face. It was a perfect portrait of me done with Skittles in the middle of this electronics store in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, do you guys have any electronics? And what is that? Do you have any chargers? And what is that? And the person was like,
Talk about taste the rainbow, am I right?
So apparently one of the employees who was not there that evening was doing Gish. And one of the things was, I guess, create a portrait of, I guess, me or somebody using Skittles. They had been working on it, I guess, at their work. And it was there for all to see, including me. And it was in that moment where I knew that I did not need to partake in anything that Misha puts together ever again. So that was an odd one. Yeah.
Right on, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Hi.
Hi, my name's Sam. It's so great to be here. My question for you is not as actors, but as just general consumers of media. Did any season or storyline strike joy in you? Like, which ones did you enjoy the most?
Good question. I do have my favorites, probably 4 and 8. I think as a consumer of media, I think season 1 was pretty great. And I think, I don't know, anybody here watch it from season 1? Awesome. So y'all probably recall that for the first season, for sure, no one knew what Supernatural was. It was like this band that you're like, this band is great, you gotta listen to them, like never heard of it. And so we were kind of like the little show that could, and we kept on going, thanks to y'all, thank you. But the stories were pretty great, and it was pretty still dark and scary. There was no Misha, I love that. I got one. It was a pretty cool, it was kind of like a Supernatural's puberty era. Like we had our growing pains and some were awkward. You know what I'm saying?
This is just because the voices were a little higher. I don't think.
Yeah, for sure. But I think 1, 4, and 8 stick out to me on a whole. You?
I really like the Purgatory storyline. That was one of my favorites. I don't know what season it was. Don't ask me that.
8! Don't steal my answer, that's 8.
It was 8, like I said. But I also loved how Kripke reversed the character motivations from season to season. For example, in season 1, it was all about Dean getting Sam to come with him to help find their father. And then in season 2, the roles switched, where, you know, Dad goes and now he's motivated to find, you know, to continue the hunt, and Dean is wanting to give up. So I feel like the switches and motivations and stuff just really kind of like brought life to the story and the characters, and I love that they did that so much. But yeah, specifically, I think Purgatory, just the way it was shot, and that whole thing, I wish that had gone on a little longer, but you know, I had to get back to my brother.
Brotherly love, it's the right city. I will say, maybe I also love season 8 because of Purgatory, because I wasn't in Purgatory. So whenever he and Ty were shooting,
Time off.
I had time off. I was like, la 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 la.
Time off was a hot commodity while he and I were on the show,
Yeah.
because we didn't get much of it.
Yeah. What's your answer to your question?
Season 5, The Apocalypse.
Okay, all right. Also good. I approve.
Valid answer.
Yeah.
Valid answer.
Sam,
Thank you.
Sam, right?
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you for your question.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Katie. I've heard the question asked several times to actors this weekend what they would pick for their anthem or entrance songs. I want to know what your wives would pick
For ours or for their own?
for yours.
Oh, jeez. Probably Rock Me Like a Hurricane. I think my wife would probably wish that my anthem was Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. This became a depressing story all of a sudden. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I'm sticking with my answer. It's amazing.
What would she pick for my anthem song?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oops, I did it again.
Oops, I did it again. I don't, you know, I feel like it's gotta be something. No.
I'm too sexy
No.
for sure. Yeah, that's what I would pick for him. Just own it. Just do it right side.
It would probably be, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
Radiohead, can't go wrong.
See? I think she'd go with something New Orleans style. I think it might be like House of the Rising Sun. I think that would be. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Hi.
Hi, my name's Addie. I watched the entire series of Supernatural within a month and a half. I've seen all things Supernatural that Sam and Dean fight.
Are your parents here? Do you have parents? Do you have any kind of legal guardian that's watching you?
How were your
Are you left unattended?
how were your grades during this month and a half? I'm just kidding.
I did it over the summer, but
She's like, I'm 37, guys.
I just turned 14 last week.
Happy birthday last week.
Again, I'll ask, where are your parents?
My mom's in the copper section.
Mom, what are we doing?
Mom's in the...
Yeah, well, you know,
My question
did you have COVID for a month and a half? How did you have that time?
I had time. I didn't do anything. But my question for you is...
You did something. Watched 15 years of a TV show.
327 hours.
And here we are.
My question for you is, Offset, have you guys experienced anything supernatural?
Yeah, actually, honestly. And I think Jensen has addressed something similar before, where it's like, you know, we always go, oh, the AC must be broken, or oh, the car is hiccuping for some reason, the carburetor is broken, or the fuel injection system is kind of on the fritz. I've had two things, funny enough to his point. So some of y'all know this story, and I apologize, I'm gonna retell it. There's a hotel in Austin called the Driscoll Hotel. It's the oldest hotel in Austin. It's from the 19th century, 1865 or something. And Genevieve and I went on like a little datecation or whatever, had a babysitter for the night. We went out to staycation. Went out and got dinner, maybe saw a concert or something, and stayed at the Driscoll Hotel in one of the rooms that they hadn't yet renovated. And we go to bed, and I put the little latch on the hotel room door, and I close the curtains so we don't wake up in the morning. And when we go to sleep, and I wake up, and I'm on the right side of the bed, and I'm kind of facing the wall, and the sheet's on, and I can feel Jen pulling the sheets down off my back, and I'm like, maybe she's resituating, she's cold or something. But I can feel her fingernails like grabbing the sheet off of my back and pulling it down. And I
Was it Rock Me Like a Hurricane playing?
It was about to. So I kind of am like, okay, well, I'm gonna be cold too. So I turn around to look at her. She's fast asleep, facing the other direction. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, all right. Okay. I'm just gonna get back to bed before I really think about this. So I go back to bed. I wake up a little before she does, and so I go to the living room area to make like an espresso. You know, they have a coffee machine in the room. And I go to turn the TV on to see, I don't know, ESPN, watch the sports scores from the night before or something. And in the hotel, like if you're watching like a movie or the news or sports and you turn it off, and you turn it right back on, it goes back to like the main channel where it's always Mario Lopez talking about like this month's movies. And you can like order room service or something. And so I turn the TV on, and it goes to Jensen and Ty in Purgatory. Not a word of a lie. And so I'm just sort of like, okay. And so I turn it off, and I sit there and I'm like, oh, and also the curtains were open in the living room area. I know I had closed them because I have OCD at night, and I like double check and triple check all the locks and curtains and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's strange. So I turn the TV off. I'm like, huh. Turn the TV back on, and it's Mario Lopez. You know, like, hey, Jurassic World is a hell of a story, you know. And so I just I said out loud, it's happened again in Edinburgh, but I said out loud, I was like, okay, I know you're here, I respect you, I don't want any trouble, and I wish you well, and I'm not free to talk today. I don't stop. I'm not gonna, the same thing happened in Edinburgh. I was there for a convention.
Just had the thought of the ghost going like,
no, man.
no, he asked me not to do it. I don't know what do you want to do. He was very nice. He said no. I don't want. Let's go to room 702.
Yeah, I was like, listen, my wife and I had a fun night. We're not ready to talk. Jensen Ackles lives at 11345. You can fly there really quickly, I'm sure. But I had a similar experience. Jen and I flew to Scotland, and we got there, and the curtains were moving, and like the toilets were dripping. And I was like, hey, we're really tired, we're jet lagged. Can we do this tomorrow? And I'll stop. Not a word of a lie. Not a word of a lie. Yeah. So yes. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I've had several. There's been several things that did not happen to me that happened while I'm away. My wife has told me things, showed me videos. I could go into those are longer stories, but I'll just tell you one that did happen to me personally. I live in a house now that's over 100 years old, and we have a basement. And I was closing up for the night, going around, checking the doors, making sure they're locked, that kind of a thing. I noticed the basement lights were on. So I went down the stairwell to the bottom of the basement, and I went and I'd like close some doors, turn the lights off. And then as I was going back to the bottom of the stairs, there's a light switch there that turns all the lights off. There's also one at the top of the stairs, which is where the only light should be, is at the top of the stairs. I went ahead and hit the lights prior to going up the stairs. I hit the lights, all the lights go off. All there is now is the light coming from the door at the top of the stairs. I start walking up the stairs, I get about 3/4 of the way up, and I just hear undeniable footsteps coming up the stairs behind me.
No.
Everyone's in bed. And I did not turn around. I went up a little faster, and I slammed the door, and I go, "Not tonight!"
Then he changed his underwear, threw them away.
But there is that, in that same kind of stairwell, I have walked up with the lights on and stuff, and just gotten the most overwhelming chill. Just that sense of like, whoa, what is that? And again, I'm just like, you picked the wrong guy. I'm not available. That's what I said. I'm like, I'm not available. Pick on somebody else.
Thank you for
I got a
your-
wife up there who is readily available. She gets it all the time too. So, thank you.
Happy 14th birthday.
Can I ask you one question before you go?
Yes.
What show are you binging now? If you say the Sunrise Turned Pretty, I am gonna kick you out of this place. Don't act like you don't know what that show is, Jerry.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is? I could hug you.
I'm actually making my mom watch Supernatural right now, so I'm
Come on,
rewatching.
Mom.
All right, Mom. Well done. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
I'm Heather. We met earlier today too, and my question is, what is your favorite song? Like any song in the whole world? Is it Rainbow Connection?
It's not Rainbow Connection. My favorite song in the whole world. That's such a difficult question to answer. Depends on my mood, I guess. You know what? I do love Hey Jude. Yeah. There are a few. I mean, obviously it's a great song. McCartney, the Beatles are amazing, but there are a few kind of nuggets of wisdom in there that I've even thought about getting tattooed. So that's when my head goes when I think about. If I had to say one song, there's a lot there that kind of speaks to me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't, that's a really tough thing. I have favorite songs in like, for how I'm feeling. You know, depending on what's that? Depending on what kind of mood I'm in and that kind of thing, that's, you know, I've kind of got this, you know, go-to playlist in my head. That being said, I like big anthems that go different places. I could listen to Bohemian Rhapsody all the time, like constantly. Because it's such a show of musicianship, and the, you know, breaking the boundaries of your basic kind of like formula. I really like that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm always looking for that, you know, those musicians that aren't reinventing the wheel, but are taking chances that most people don't take.
I love that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey.
Hi, my name is Cassie. I'm here with my friend Sam, so we're Sam and Cass.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hang on.
It wasn't my fault.
I feel like there's, you know, I feel like there's a giant void in this relationship.
I don't.